let's run through the fight. We'll skip here. It's at 25% speed, so it looks like shit, but it is what it is, okay? You start off pulling Garuda. I know, shocker. I know, it's a fucking shocker that you pull the boss, right? Fucking shocker. One thing you want to watch out for is it called Slipstream? I can't remember. I think it's called Slipstream. There are tank cleaves that you want to dodge. Yeah, Slipstream. The tank runs through Garuda for those cleaves. If you're in front of the boss, you get yeeted and deleted, and you do not want to be yeeted and deleted. Okay? Easy peas. The next thing that you need to care about, it looks like shit. I'm going to wait. Alright, let's go back a sec. So you can see it better. The next thing you need to care about, this is only for healers. This is a healer mechanic. You want to watch the little Lalafell down here, MA, okay? One random healer is going to receive a marker on their head right after the slipstream or around the same time. This is the first mechanic you care about. Just watch for it. There, you see? This is a tank block. The healer is going to run to the right hand side of the party and the tank is going to block it with a cooldown. Easy peasy, right? This is the exact same way that the viewer group is going to do it. Like, it's going to go to the right, you block it. Easy. See, Ultimate's easy mechanics. You don't have to pull off quite that far if you don't want to, though. So Garuda's going to spin. Yeah, you don't have to go that far. You don't have to go that far. And he's going to hit those two, okay? Whenever one of those attacks happens, it's going to spawn a big fucking green puddle of pain. Don't stand in it. You see? There's the big green puddle of pain. Easy peasy. There is a tank buster somewhere around here. It may have just happened, or it may be about to happen. I can't quite remember, but it doesn't hit super hard, you know, you cool down it, blah, blah, blah. Now the plume spawn. This is a very simple mechanic. There is a spiny plume and a number of satin plumes. The off tank takes the spiny plume. It hits like a truck, okay? So mitigate. You want to kill the satin plumes quickly. You collect them like behind the boss's butt and also the spiny plume. But you do not want to kill the spiny plume just yet. You wait on killing the spiny plume. So make sure that when you pad on the other plumes, you leave a little bit of HP for the spiny plume a little bit longer. You see here, I held my Contra 6 in my opener. This is the reason, because I'm a padding piece of shit. I'm swift cast impacting. We're living the dream. You want to see this shit die? Look at it go down. Look at it go down. It's getting deleted. It's getting deleted. I'm not even going to get my second GCD in unless I'm lucky. Because Stig is also here. So yeah, you kill all the spinies, right? Very simple. The boss is going to move and disappear and become untargetable. And then do you want to know what else she's going to do? She's going to okay? She's going to go... Aah! When she does that, you want it to be ingrained in your brain that you have to move, because wherever she you're in pain, okay? So when she leaves, she rees and you move. See everyone spreading. You see the spiny is still alive as it should be. Now you can kill the spiny. You see we're waiting a second or two and then we're going to kill the spiny. Spiny's dead. Garuda's going to come back and she's going to Mistral Shriek, which is a raid AoE. This is, I would say this is the hardest bit to heal in the entire fight, by the way. Aside from maybe, fucking Etheric Boom. So just make sure you heal a lot here if you're a healer. Be safe, be careful. At this point, there is one very important thing happening. The boss is going to cast Friction. Whoever she hits with Friction is going to gain a Friction stack. Everybody in the group has a set number of Friction stacks that they need to gain. Okay? 2 melees need to gain 2 Friction stacks. The tank will already have 2 Friction stacks and he's going to cleanse them. And mostly everyone else just gets 1 stack. Yeah? Aside from the tanks and the melees, you stand in the bubble. If you're not a tank or a melee, wait for the first Friction to go off and then move out of the bubble. Easy peasy. Yeah? Easy peasy. You're going to see it happen in a second, okay? You see the people who are getting 2 stacks are already out of the bubble. The friction is casting now. And you watch the debuff bar. See, everyone got a stack. Those that were in the bubble immediately cleanse the stack, because going in the bubble cleanses the stack. Then you move out as needed. We can probably go up to 50%, honestly. Now there's another friction. Now you're going to see... Oh, shit. You're going to see. These 2 people here, they have 2 stacks. And this person here, they have 2 stacks. If you feed a 2-stack friction, Garuda gets a stack. 4 stacks equals Awoken. Awoken means you see Ultima. So they're going to feed one by one. Each one does big damage. The tank keeps his stacks. Next up, you're going to get another Re from Garuda. Easy peasy, right? What do you do when it Rees? You fucking run. Now is it Mistral Storm? Oh, Aerial Blast, yes. Just raid damage. It's literally just raid damage. Okay. Is it still on 25 or is it at 50 now? It's at 50. It's at 50 and it's still slow. So this is raid damage. You get a bit of time to attack and do a bit of DPS. If you're a caster Adler, yeah, you want to make sure you've got a mitigation plan for it. You want to use some mitigation for sure. Now the twins are going to spawn, okay? The twins are going to spawn. The twins are going to spawn here, then are going to jump. When they jump, there is a Re, so you move. We'll wait till the next mechanic starts so I can explain it very easily. So you move for the Re when the twins jump. Now you saw one twin here. The twins are going to jump to the edge of the arena on cardinals. They are random cardinals, so north, south, east, west. 2 of them are going to have a sister. The tanks are going to need to block the line, well, the attacks coming from the sisters that are going to target 2 random people. Everybody who is not a tank and doesn't want agreed uptime, stay in the middle. The boss also needs to be either left directly in the middle or dragged outside. We drag it outside because I think it's comfier for the group on the whole. Because she does a big AoE, she does a Wicked Wheel AoE, see? For the group, really fucking easy mechanic, right? You're just chilling. And then there's another Re. And I greed the Re. I gap close into the Re and then dodge out. Okay, after this, you face the boss back to north. Everyone else gets on her butt. The caster and the off-tank have a mechanic here. So you see the boss is faced to A. A load of Saturn plumes are going to spawn again. You just kill them. You just kill them. You're going to need to block a tether on D and on B, so on left and on right, okay? The caster is going to block the right tether. The tank is going to block the left tether. They do an AoE when they hit. When they hit, they do an AoE, so you can't, like, block it in the group. You have to separate yourself a bit. I think I'm blocking it here, so you'll be able to see it from my POV. So I grab my tether. I'm trying really hard to pad at the same time. Make sure that my melee hits pad. And then this is followed immediately by a Re. Realistically, this is the end of Garuda. But if DPS is low, or if there are deaths, there will be an out followed by an in, and then a stack. Otherwise, that's the end of Garuda, okay? Out followed by in and stack. That's Garuda. I'm sure most of you already knew that, but if you haven't done the fight before, that's Garuda. Easy peasy. I can't remember who... If you kill Garuda and she is awoken, you will get a buff. I believe that we have it set so the healer gets the buff. You see the buff, like here, there you go. See, one's grabbing the buff. Little Lalafell. Next, Ifrit drops. When Ifrit drops, either the left or the right of Ifrit is safe. Okay? So Ifrit's here. The right of Ifrit is safe in this case. You run. Easy peasy. Easy mechanic. Doesn't matter the order you pick up the puddles realistically, no. But the reason you take the healer one first is because if you're progging, you can healer LB for prog, right? Are gamer dodges allowed? Gamer dodges are always allowed. Successful gamer dodges are always allowed. Here you get an opener. Ifrit is going to do a triple tank buster. The intended way of doing the triple tank buster is swap. So tank 1 takes a hit, tank 2 takes a hit, tank 1 takes a hit. There is also that it's not a searing wind, is it? He does the pulse. He does the pulse. You either need to shortcast or shield it. Very simple. Vulcan burst, yeah, that's it. You don't need to swap the buster though, because we will be immuning it. We'll be immuning that buster, so don't worry too much. It will be immuned. So you see here, that was bow-lighted, the buster. After this, the nails are going to spawn. Nails is the don't be a greedy cunt mechanic. Very, very simple. Okay, you see the nails spawning. The nails always spawn in the same pattern, but the orientation is not set. There's going to be 2 nails. We'll see if it... There we go. That's a perfect view of it. There are 2 nails that are closer together and 2 nails that are further apart, right? So it's not quite a rectangle. It's like some weird lopsided shite. I don't know what people want to call it. One healer will receive Searing Wind at random. The healer looks at the 2 that are far apart, goes directly between them and stands on the edge. So they'll be about here somewhere. Yeah, that's where the Searing Wind healer will be. The tank can keep the boss roughly here or pull him a little bit towards the 2 nails. Do what you want, I don't fucking care, right? Everybody else can keep DPSing unless you are a ranged or a caster. If you are a ranged or a caster, one of you is going to go here. I believe this is the caster on the left. And one of you is going to go here, which I believe is the ranged. I always orient myself based on these 2. So I would spin my camera. You might see me do it in a sec. I'm a bait, by the way, so this is the starting position. There we go. I've spun my camera. So this is north. So you've got 1 southwest and 1 southeast, okay? Condolences to the potential red mage baiting eruptions. Yeah, my condolences to me as well. It fucking sucks, doesn't it? I'm so sorry if you're red mage. I'm so sorry. The nails need to be killed in a certain order. Our order is back right, back left, front right, front left. You kill him in that order, don't be a greedy cunt. Simple. The people who are baiting their nails, in this group we had them DPS the nails. It's easy, you can do what you want basically. We'll figure it out on the fly. But the 2 people that are furthest from Ifrit, aside from the Searing Healer here, are going to get eruptions under them. You need to hit each nail with 2 eruptions. So my job here is to hit this nail with 2 eruptions and this nail with 2 eruptions. Easy peasy. The first, basically, if you got perfect timing, you can do the first baits okay. The second ones are a death sentence. See, look, this is turbo greed, okay? You gotta be, don't do this. You see how tight the timing is there. Put it this way, if your GCD is like 1/5 of a GCD behind there, you die if you do that greed I did. So don't do it. You can't be 1/5 of a GCD behind. Like, well, I want you to watch how close I am to this AoE as it disappears. Don't do this unless you're incredibly confident on the timing. See, it vanished the split second I left. So don't do that, please. Do as I say, not as I do. So now, but all of the nails have been hit twice. They're all going to grow, and then you kill them. As soon as they've grown, you can kill them. In this group, we do back left first. Okay? So, it would be back right, then back left. But yeah, the nails need to die. That nail's taking a while. Very concerned. And then the boss is going to jump. Assuming we've done it correctly. There's a lot of damage to heal here, by the way. And the healer who gets Searing Winds, you're going to be on your own, and you need to heal yourself. The healer who is in the group, you have to heal the raid. This Hellfire is big damage. You want to mitigate it somehow. I think we just use shields and reprisal. 1 sec, let me pause. Hey, what's up, May? How you doing? You get the banana when you sub, right? Does it show in other people's chats? It only shows here. But you get sub emotes for subbing that you can use in anybody's chat, which are as follows. One sec. Let me post them all. Let me post them all. You get these. Actually, not the plot one. Not the plot one. The plot one's tier 2, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. Because I've only got 5 emotes. Okay. One thing that I need to reiterate on with the nails backup. It's very important that you know where nail number 4 died, which in our case would be front left. Front left. You want to know where nail 4 died. Somebody will normally call it out, but you want to know it. So in this case, this is nail 4, right? This is nail 4 right here. So you want to know nail 4 died there. I like that Pepe. That Pepe is pretty good. So now we can skip forward till after the raid damage. So this is where nail 4 died, okay? Nail 4 died here. The boss is being pulled to where nail 4 died. But there's another mechanic happening. There is another Searing Wind on another healer, and also 4 more eruptions. You see the KM here. This is the ranged and the caster baiting the eruptions. And yes, I made the Black Mage do it. Because he has triple cast. And fuck him. I made the Black Mage do it. I don't care. I'm staying on the boss. I made the fucking Black Mage do it. Triple cast. One sec. We'll replay it. We'll replay the Uwu music for the Uwu vibes, okay? So what you do... You have the 2 ranged here. They can go to the edge if you want. You can go to the edge if they want. Live their dreams. The healer will also be fucked off in the edge on their own. I did say I'd do it. If Coco lost DPS, I said I'd do it. But he said he'd do it. He said he was happy. You see, the two ranged, just bait the eruptions, come to the group. Easy peasy. But now there is going to be 2 Ifrits that spawn. They're always going to spawn into Cardinal. It's always the same. Always into Cardinal. You don't care which into Cardinals they're on. You don't give a fuck. They always spawn the same. They're always going to dash the into Cardinals. That means... Sorry, they're always going to dash the Cardinals. Sorry. I misspoke. They're always going to dash the Cardinals. Ignore me. Into Cardinals are always safe. All of them. Okay? So all we do... We chill here. The healer can be here, here, or here. Wherever the fuck they want. It doesn't matter. They've got 3 spots they can be. Opposite is easiest, right? Because you just look at the group and be opposite. The Ifrit's dash. Now, the healer who doesn't have Searing Wind is going to get Searing Wind. So the other healer has to fuck off from the group. So you see here, there's Ellie. She's got her Searing and she's fucked off. The person who got Searing first... Soon their Searing will drop off and they come to the group. This is just auto attacks. Okay? This is a stack. If there are less people in the stack, the dot that is applied lasts longer. So if you take this with like 5 people, the dot will last longer and you might die. So make sure everyone's stacked. If you greed it for a positional, make sure your timing's good. Okay. Now is dashes. Dashes is pretty simple. We're going anti-clockwise here. Like the Viewu group will be going anti-clockwise, which is opposite. So you see here that we are on the left side of the 2 Ifrits that are close together. In the Viewu group, we will be on the right side. We do the identical dodge, but anti-clockwise. Okay. 4 Ifrits are going to spawn, and they are going to dash in the exact same order that you killed the nails. So because I think this group killed this nail first, I can't remember which nail they killed. I think it's this nail. This group killed this nail first, so this Ifrit will dash first, then this one, then this one, then this one. Yeah, they're going to dash in that order. You know that. It's not random. Okay? The next thing you want to look for is where is the glowing Ifrit. Here is the glowing Ifrit. Okay? If the glowing Ifrit... What is it? Is it if the glowing Ifrit is into Cardinal, it's a short dodge. If the glowing Ifrit is Cardinal, it's a long dodge. Yeah? I'm pretty sure that's correct. It's been a while, so maybe someone can correct me. But either way, it'll be called out. So you wait, you sit there and you chill. And just as a reiteration, there is one Searing healer still, and they have to do the exact same thing as the group, but on the opposite side of the arena on their own. So it's 7 and 1. So you wait for the first dash. It's going off, and then you follow. This is a short, but you'd go further if it was a long. The boss will die about here. Like, any time now the boss will die. There is another triple buster. The other tank will invuln it. So you use 2 tank invulns, basically. There's also 3 eruptions here, followed by a stack, but you shouldn't really see them. Pepe Clown. I don't remember, by the way. I don't remember this run. I don't remember. Oh no, Stig! No! We'll watch it again. He's not even moving. He's so confident. He's like, yeah, this won't kill me. This won't kill me. Poor guy. Okay, Earth and Fury is a big boy raid damage. Shields and a form of mitigation. See, it hits pretty hard. Next up, Ifrit is going to do a cleave, followed by a table fucking flip buster. It also hits hard, mitigate and heal. So he's done the cleave. Buster. Next up are 3 Weight of the Lands. You dodge them. They don't hit everyone, so you can greed some casts if you're a gamer. Oh no, it's only 2 here, isn't it? It's only 2. It's only 2. It's only 2 Weight of the Lands here. Next up, Titan. Titan is going to jump. Titan is going to jump, okay? You want to watch where Titan faces when he jumps. So in this case, I'm pretty sure he faced B, right? Did he? Yeah, he faced B. That means you go to D. You go opposite from wherever he was facing when he jumped. Then you move up to him, okay? Move up to Titan. He's going to cast Upheaval. You're going to hear a call out left or right. What I want you to do, you see on the front of his cone, he has the little nib. You know? They have the little nib on the front of their cone. If you hear left, you go an inch to the left of the nib. If you hear right, you go an inch to the right of the nib. Don't go too far, or you're dead. The way you know the call out is because I'm going to fucking spin my camera, and I'm going to know which side is safe. So in this case, right is safe, okay? You will get yeeted back into the safe spot. And sometimes you can do a gamer dodge like Stig did, where he was actually in the AoE but dodged out. Right. This is the hardest mechanic in the fight. Okay? This is the hardest mechanic in the fight. This is Titan Jails. The main tank, go to sleep because this mechanic isn't for you. For everyone else, 3 people are going to get a marker. You see Stig has one here, Elaine has one, I can't see who has the other one. 3 people at random from the other heart, from the 3 people at random from the 7 are going to get a jail. However you decide to have a priority system for jail orders, we're going to do it group by group, so I'm not going to talk about any priority system for this. What you have to do is you have to have 1 jail on this marker, 1 jail on this marker, and 1 jail on this marker. Preferably, this one is like at the back of the marker, and these 2 are basically in the middle. Because you're going to see... Oh yeah, there's also a landslide going off. So you dodge the landslide first. And then you move on to your marker. So you see here. That was Ellie at the back. Here, see? You see here that there is a berry bomb that has dropped. The berry bomb will either drop left or right. But it doesn't really matter. We're going to do the mechanic in the middle. We're going to do it on the markers regardless. Then there is a second landslide as the 3 jails get jailed. If you did it correctly... You will sequence 3 chain explosions, like so. And Titan's left pinky is going to be in the puddle. If you were a jail and your jail explodes, get the fuck out of the puddle. Don't stand there casting. Don't chill. You will be dead if you don't get out in a few seconds. So get the fuck out when you're free. Stack up with the group. Titan is going to do a bunch of stomps. I think it's 7 here. I can't remember. I think it might be 7. 7 or 8. It's either 7 or 8 stomps he does here. After that, make sure you're stacked. He's going to do... Is it 2 Weight of the Lands, I think? Or 3? It might be 3 here. You dodge through Titan to the other side. Then you dodge... You can either dodge back through or you dodge further out. And then he has awoken, so he will double Landslide. After the Landslide goes off, you dodge into it for every Landslide from now on because it will always be a double Landslide. Next up, you drag him a bit closer to the middle because he's going to jump. And you see there he was facing A. And then he's going to hit the ground again. Next up is a healer jail. Healer jail, nice and easy, okay? 1 random healer will get a jail. A lot of healers like to stand directly in the center here. I don't like to do that, personally. I prefer it if the healer's a little bit further back. Still close enough that you can cleave through them, but the further back you are, the easier it is to dodge the AoEs after if the DPS are a bit slow. Yeah, hold the pad and pad on the jail. That's the gamer trick. You see here, we were playing really safe because we had a jail issue before. So I held my melee combo to be able to finish the melee on it. You kill this jail fast because another double Landslide is coming, and the healer needs to be freed early enough to dodge the mechanic. Next up is... Yeah, I believe it's 868 as well, Deso. Also, if you're going to do that gap close, make sure your timing is good. Next up is 6 stomps, followed by a tank buster from Titan. Also, if you're Scholar here, you want to really fucking hope that you don't get jailed so you can spam Art of War, by the way. I'm going to say it, Stig. Okay, here's actually my plan. I'm going to tell you what my actual plan is. I'll show you what my plan is. I think Coco does it. Here's what my actual plan is. After the buster, you wait. You wait, okay? You wait for the buster and the table flip, and then you move through the boss to the main tank. Here is what I want the range to do. I want the ranged to be opposite the group, fucking over here. What did I just click? You can see the ley lines. You see those ley lines over there? Yeah? One sec. Where's my... Oh, I just closed my own stream chat. Fucking monker. Give me a sec, friends. Okay. Yeah, you see those ley lines? I'll get you a better shot of it, okay? Yeah, you see these? If you're a ranged or a healer, you can go stand over there and do a left, right, left dodge. If you're a melee or a tank, you can stay on the tank and do a left, right, left dodge. Easy. After the sets of eruptions, not eruptions, fucking Weight of the Lands, there will be a double Landslide again, okay? And also, the middle of the arena is unsafe from the berry bombs. You have to do this mechanic on the edges unless you've got some gamer dodges, okay? So just to reiterate, the ranged and the healers are doing a left, right, left on the edge on the back. Melee and the tanks are doing a left, right, left on the front, on the boss. You stay away from the middle. You dodge the 3 Weight of the Lands. And then you dodge the double Landslide. After that, Titan is going to do another Buster Cleave. So there's the cleave, and now he's going to table flip. Ideally, the boss dies here. Our DPS was low because we had deaths, but ideally the boss is dead here. Following that is 3 more dodges. The fight is basically over here. It's fucking easy. You just do damage. He's going to do 3 more AoEs, and he will do 8 stomps, and then he'll do a Buster, and then he'll Enrage. That's it. Your best DPS die. I mean, yeah, you are the monk. That's true. That's true. Nah, I think we were actually quite comparable. I think our raid damage was like identical when I was on Red Mage and you were on Monk. I think our raid damage was pretty much the same. Okay, you get the last buff here. I forgot to mention the second buff, by the way. The second buff is, I think it's Caster we have take it, or Melee, I don't remember. Melee or Caster, and then the other one take it here. You all stack in the middle after Titan. And then the Caster is going to use a Caster LB. Caster is going to use a Caster LB as soon as the bits spawn. I think you can do it earlier than this. See? Yeah, it doesn't matter what order you take the buffs in. Like, I know that there's like PF standards, but it really doesn't matter. Aside from you want the healer to have it for prog. Okay, you Caster LB all of those bits. You have to make sure to still DPS the bits. I think you need to take like 10% off each of them to make them die. Manually. Next up is a healer LB. Easy peasy. You wait, you will get down for the count. As soon as down for the count is over, you healer LB. Just wait for it to happen nice and slow. Next up is a melee LB. You wait until you get the LB3 before you melee LB. See, it's just built back now. And stick as LB'd. Yeah, we can do it group by group on what order you want to take the LBs. I think we had melee second. Or, no, we had melee third, didn't we, I think? I can't remember. I can't remember what we had. I can't remember. Doesn't matter too much either way. We'll figure it out. Okay, then last is a tank LB. We're going to go to normal speed now. We're going to go to normal speed. Because that's the primals done. At this point, you're like, what, 6 minutes, 7 minutes into the fight? I don't fucking remember. You're a while into the fight. The primals are done. We're on last phase. Ultima's going to have a tasty snack. We're going to play the music again, okay? We're going to play the music again. And we hear the Garuda crunch. Delicious. Delicious meat. Okay. We'll go back to slow playback speed. Ah, there you go. We're like 9 minutes into the fight-ish. You want a potion reopener here, just for safety. Do your potion reopener, blah, blah, blah. Right. There is going to be... How long is it, Uwu? I mean, if you kill it quick, it's like 13, 14 minutes. If it's slow, it's like 15. There's going to be an early tank swap here. The tank mechanic is very simple. First of all, there is a tank purge. You saw the Voke go off. The tank swap. Tank purge is raid damage. It's quite big raid damage. We're doing our opener. I'm trying to remember the name of the... Okay. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. Homing laser hit... Wait, what's this? Geocrush? Oh no, poor stick. If I remember correctly, does homing laser hit second on aggro? I think that's correct. If I remember correctly, it's second on aggro. But it's been a long time and I've never done it on tank, so I never really cared, okay? Yeah, homing laser is second on aggro, okay. Homing laser is a big fucking fat tank buster on the second on aggro. After this, you also have Viscous Aetherplasm, which will go off. The Aetherplasm is a party soak, and for the first Aetherplasm, we will be soaking it as a group. So after this homing laser has gone off, the tanks can come into the group and share the Aetherplasm. You know who has the Aetherplasm debuff in a very simple way. You see that? You see that little debuff that Mateen has right here? That is an Aetherplasm waiting to pop. He runs into the group. There's the homing laser going off. Now watch that debuff. Debuff's gone. Aetherplasm pops. Group damage. Okay? Next up is Predation, or as I like to refer to it, follow the safety square. Predation is fucking easy. If you want to cheese it, you can discuss that with your healers. But you could also just do it. Honestly, it's not a hard mechanic. Right. First thing you do, the Garuda will always spawn in one of the middle quadrants. You look and see where Garuda is and move away from her. In this case, I always also make sure you move away from her into a cardinal, and preferably not right next to Ultima. Okay? Away from Garuda, on a cardinal, preferably right not next to Ultima. Blah, blah, blah. So in this case, I'm taking the boys over to 2. We're going to look at that Ifrit. When Ifrit has done his AoE, we wait a second. So you see Garuda's AoE goes off. Titan's Landslide goes off. Ifrit is going to do an AoE too. So you dodge the Titan Landslide. You see here. You can see these little runes on the edge, right? Very cool. I'm sure that's a lore important reason they exist. But for us, we don't give a shit. You see Rune 1, Rune 2, Rune 3, Rune 4, Rune 5, yeah? After you have dodged this Titan Landslide, you're going to move to a 4th rune. In this case, this right here is a 4th rune. You could also, on some patterns, move down here. So wait for it. Look, you wait for this. Ifrit and Titan AoE goes off. You go to the 4th rune on the edge. Have a cup of tea, whatever you want. And you see, I said both sides are actually safe here. Some people went to this 4th rune. When all of these AoEs goes off, you wait. And there's a reason you wait. You had no idea what 4th rune meant. Stygian! No! Now you know what 4th rune means. That's what 4th rune dodge means. Because there is a Garuda Re. You want to wait for the Re to go off before you move. After this, 2 people are going to have to bait eruptions. Everybody else stack on the tank unless you're a melee greeting positionals. Speaking of melee greeting positionals. Right. Ifrit always spawns, assuming the boss is facing north like it should be, Ifrit always spawns to the north. Okay? Titan is going to spawn either here or here. So the way you're facing, he's going to be northwest or northeast, but arena-wise it's southwest or southeast. It is baitable. You can dictate where Titan spawns. Like, my JP group would always dictate where Titan spawn, but other groups don't. Like, it doesn't really affect too much, okay? So first of all, there's going to be the 4 eruptions. The 2 eruption betas are around here somewhere. You see? You see Kiko there, and Morn there. They're baiting the eruptions, and then they're going to come to the group. Next up, Ifrit AoEs are going to spawn around the edge. You want to be right on the edge of an Ifrit AoE, and you want to make note of where Titan spawned, which was on the right-hand side here. Okay? You want to be like right here on the edge, because there are going to be berry bombs dropping around the middle. Okay? So right on the edge of the eruption. You see me inching back to make sure I'm on the edge of the eruption. And now as soon as the eruptions disappear, you're going to walk directly backwards. And then, depending on what side Titan is in, you're going to move to that side. So here he's right. So you should be going back and then right. Okay? So watch this. You go back, you wait a second, and you go right. And look at that. There's a convenient, nice little safe spot. And remember, Titan's awoken, so it's a double landslide. So you dodge back in after. Easy, right? Fucking easy mechanic. I don't know why so many people fuck that mechanic up. It's so easy. Don't fuck it up, okay? It's literally walk backwards and then walk the side that Titan's on. There's no like gamer dodging, there's no nothing. It's very easy. Where does Titan come from? True, you got me, There's going to be berry bombs in the middle, just avoid them. From this point, there's going to be some tank swap shenanigans, because there's going to be another Aether Plasm and another homing laser, and what you're going to do is you're going to do a tank swap at the correct time to bait both of them on the same tank, and the tank is going to involve both. You'll see the tank swap happen soon. The tank is going to go on the left side to do that. The group is going to go on the right side to not get hit by that. Yeah, there are technically safe spots on either side, but you want to give yourself the best chance for success, right? So you see, the group is on the right. I think the tank swap's happened already. I can't remember. I think the tank swap has already happened here. No, there's the tank swap. That was the tank swap, you see. That was the tank swap. So now the Gunbreaker has the homing laser, and he'll have the Aether Plasm. Is it the Gunbreaker or is it Mateen? I can't remember. Yeah, the Gunbreaker. It is. Yeah. What you want to watch out for as a non-tank, though, because I know the new people are DPS. You just chill here. You wait for a re. When the re happens, you move to the right. And then there's going to be another re. When the other re happens, you have 3 choices on where you go. You can either go back to the left, further to the right, or backwards. Do not go through. Do not go to the tanks. Left, right, or back. I don't care which one of those you go. Just make sure you don't run into a tank and get yeeted and deleted, okay? In this case, I went to the right. Hey, what's up, Law? How you doing? Next up is Annihilation. In my opinion, my personal opinion, Annihilation is the hardest of the 3 because it's uptime. The other 2 are really easy. We are not going to do the dodges like this. This is the way that my JP group did the dodges, so I just copied it. We're not going to do the dodges like this. Instead, you see where the purple marker and the yellow marker are? We're going to start there. We're going to go right, left, forward, okay? There's going to be 3 eruptions. Oh, weight of the land, sorry. There's 3 weight of the lands. You dodge them, so you go right. We will do the same, but on the front of Ultima, on the front. And then we would go left again, but this group goes forward. It's just 3 dodges, it's very simple. And then this group goes back. We're going to end up at the same place, okay? We're going to end up at the same place, but we would start here, and we would go right, left, forward, yeah? Unless you are the melee who is soaking the first 2 orbs with the tanks, or you are the 2 tanks. If you are the 2 tanks or the melee, you go left, right. You go right, left, right. Okay? Because you're going to soak an orb, which is going on like here. But the group is going to come here and chill after the 3 AoEs. There is one other thing to bear in mind. A Garuda tether will spawn. The range DPS, so in the first group it's going to be CAD every time, is going to go grab that tether and wait for it to go off, and then come back to the group. Done. There's your mechanic. That's your Annihilation job done. You grab the tether, wait for it to hit you. You lose you lose your friction stack, and you come back to the group. For melee caster, it's right, left, right, up. Yeah, exactly. You can also just go right, left, up if you want. One more thing now. One more mechanic. After these dodges, you see here, there's the tether. There's the range taking the tether away. Easy peasy. Sorry for the quality, by the way. Next up, one random healer after these 3 dodges is going to receive a Searing Wind. That healer... Yeah, right, left, up, exactly. That healer is going to go opposite the group, okay? But we'll split it. We'll split the explanation. We'll do the group and then the healer, okay? For the group, you chill here, Garuda rees, and you move to the back of the boss, okay? The 2 tanks are still soaking orbs. You wait on the back of the boss. You're going to see some very interesting things happen. You're going to see Titan landslides, and Ifrit is going to prepare a dash. What I want you to do is wait until Ifrit dashes. See? You see the Ifrit dash. As soon as you see the Ifrit dash, you start rotating to the right from where we're facing right now. Like facing into the arena, it's to the right. You start rotating around the edge roughly. You can go in if you're a gamer, but if you don't know the timing, do it like this. You rotate to the right, and then you wait until you see the AoE appear, and then you move in. And then there's still tank orbs going off. And then you stay stacked again, okay? There is going to be a tank purge, which is a raid damage, and at the same time as the tank purge, there will be a Garuda re. If you get hit by a re here, you're probably dead and it's your own fault. So make sure you dodge this re. More important than any other re. Okay, let's see if there's a healer POV real quick. The healer POV is pretty simple though. 1 minute. Let's see. Let me get a healer POV. Annihilation healer POV. Ooh, there we go. Alright, J epic name, you're up, buddy. Okay. Can I... Right. Okay. Same dodges, yeah? These are the Eruption dodges. And then, when healer receives a Searing Wind, in this case it is the POV. The healer is going to run to the south of the arena. He's going to look for Ifrit, spin his camera to the boss. Right, Ifrit, if you spin your camera to the boss, the Ifrit will be on the right or the left of you. It's always on the right or left. You're going to wait for Ifrit to dash, just like you do as a DPS. You wait for him to dash, and as soon as he dashes, you run towards him. And then you wait for the AoE to appear, and you move in. But then you also have to make sure to grab this tether. And as soon as the AoEs here disappear, you move backwards, preferably. You don't really have to, but I would to give the group more breathing room, because you're still pulsing Searing Winds. And you have to heal yourself, or you're fucking dead, because the group can't heal you. And then you have your re. And then you stay the fuck away from the group still, because there's still one more pulse of Searing Wind to come. So the boss is... This is the end of Annihilation, just real quick. There is one more pulse. So you wait for this blue AoE, and you make sure you're on the edge of it. See? Right on the edge. And then you get the pulse. And then you can come back to the group, okay? Alright. So that's the end of Annihilation. I'm not going to talk too much about the tank stuff. It's the same, but you just you pick up some orbs as well. It's easy. And our tanks aren't new anyway. Ultima becomes retargetable. You can completely skip this phase with DPS, by the way. We might see it, so I'll explain the first half of it. It's fine. First of all, there's going to be a homing laser, which is the big fucking tank hit on the second aggro. Okay? Oh, one thing to bear in mind. During Annihilation, you get your 2 minutes. And in an ideal world, use your 2 minutes during Annihilation if you're comfortable. Sometimes you may have to delay for X or Y reason, but my preference is that you just do your 2 minutes in Annihilation. Next up you get some plumes. The plumes are always in the middle, okay? When the plumes go off, TCJ and yeah, you got to live life on the wild side, right? You dodge out of the plumes, and then the healer will shield or you will shortcast. Preferably both. On top of that, there will be a big fucking tank buster. Yeah, it's your 2 minutes are there. Your 2 minutes come up during, like, halfway through Annihilation. See, here we skipped. There will be a pulse that knocks everyone back, like the start of Ifrit, and a tank buster. But the boss phase is at 50%. As soon as you get 50, the boss will phase into Suppression, which is what he's doing here. What you do for Suppression, very, very simple, actually. Suppression is a really easy mechanic, and people overcomplicate it. Everybody, apart from the 2 tanks, line up in the northwest quadrant on the edge. Just make sure you're not directly on top of each other. You're going to see people do it here. Yeah? Look at them. They're all lining up. They're all lining up. Look at all these gamers lining up and ready to go, apart from Stig, because he's hitting his positionals. As you do. And then you see the 2 tanks come down here. Yeah? The 2 tanks are just going to chill down here. You want to know why? Because their job in Suppression is to AFK. There are 4 different mechanics, if I remember correctly, you can get in Suppression, and you should treat them as individual mechanics. You can either receive Eruptions, green AoEs, light pillar, or jail. Okay? If you're in Eruption, do not sprint. You walk straight through the arena. If you're a jail, you don't sprint, you walk straight through the arena. I'll clarify like the little specifics in a minute. If you're a green marker, of which there will be 2 people, you go and hide behind the tanks. And if you're none of the above, you are a light pillar, which means you can either follow the green or the eruptions, but you'll have an extra job at the end. Let's see what I get. Should we see what I get? What do you reckon I get? Those are the eruptions starting. So you see there, Stig, Coco, and 1 person over there got the eruptions. Eruptions always target 3 people. We'll play this song again. They always target 3 people. So you start running. Next up, 2 people, in this case me and Kiko, get the green AoEs. So we're going to go hide behind the tanks. There are 4 sets of eruptions. Hopefully I spin the camera to look. They keep running. That's the 4th eruption, okay? When you get to the 4th eruption, if you are the jail, and you'll know you're the jail because you have the big fucking jail mark around you, you just AFK in it. Just AFK, live your dreams. You won't die, trust me. If you were an eruption, or you're a light pillar, when the 4th eruption goes off, you dodge to the left. So you'll end up like here. Okay, you see? They've dodged to the left. We're chilling. And now you wait a second. There is about to be a Garuda Re. The Re went off. And now a few things happen. First of all, if you are light pillar, aka you have had nothing yet, you're going to keep running around. I think Coco and Morn here might have got a bit confused and they weren't sure which one was light pillar, so they just did it together. I'm not sure. The second thing that happens is the jail spawns, and it needs to die. Everybody, when you dodge away from your Garuda Rees, you dodge towards the jail and fucking kill it. There is going to be a second set of Rees soon as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah, right after, see? Look, one sec. We'll get another POV. Look. There's 2 Rees back to back, okay? Wait for it. Re. And then there'll be another one here. See, more Rees. That's the second set. 2 sets of Rees. You run at the jail and fucking kill it, yeah? You can see in the distance here, you see that? That's light pillar, and it's following Morn. So all he's done is he did the job of an eruption, and then he did a little half circle around the arena, and he's coming back to the group. Done. Yeah? Next up, Ultima does a line AoE. It's not, if you get hit by this line AoE in the nicest way possible, you'll be the first I've ever seen. Next up, the tank that has 1 stack, which I believe is the main tank, the person who pulled. They are going to take a tether over here to the right. Everyone else, you just stay stacked. There's going to be some landslides. Okay? You just chill, stay stacked. You see the tether has spawned. The tank will take it away from the group. Everyone else dodge the landslide and dodge back into it. See, look, there is the tank taking the tether. The group has dodged the landslide and we dodge back into it. You take a stack damage. Make sure you heal people quick because tank Purge is casting, which is big raid damage, and there is also a Garuda Re. There you go. That is the 3 quote-unquote trios done. Now we're on the very last part of the fight, which is Etheric Boom into Primal Ruler. A very easy part. The boss is going to start off by casting Ultima. Do groups stack on a marker for that? We always just stack. I've never seen a group that did that personally. We always just stacked in the landslide. What the fuck? Anyway, Ultima is a required tank LB. And the group is going to stack in 2 groups, okay? One group on the southeast is going to be the 6 DPS and heals. The other group on the southwest is going to be the 2 tanks. Okay? You stack the fuck up. The boss is going to cast Etheric Boom, which will be tank LB 1 for safety, because it's fucking easy. You top everyone. You shield everyone. Yeah, I've never seen a group do it on marker. That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. No, you're not interrupting. It's a good point. Yeah. Group on the back right, tanks on the back left. You wait for the Etheric Boom cast, top shield, live your dream, soil down, do whatever you want. When Etheric Boom goes off, everybody will be knocked back and you will take some fucking fat damage, okay? There's the tank LB. Okay. You take damage. And then you heal everybody. By the way, tanks will be kitchen sinking this, okay? You suicide for this mechanic monk. And then the group that was on the bottom right goes to the top right. The tanks on the bottom left goes to the top left. Easy, done, right? After that, you pull the boss north. Okay? Boss gets pulled north after a Etheric Boom. You just chill stacked up, okay? Next up is going to be Primal Ruler, okay? Primal Ruler is very easy. You have 3 easy mechanics, but they happen in, well, not really random. They happen in 3 orders. Depending on which Primal you get first will dictate the order. I know all the orders, I'll call them out, it's fine. Hey Maddie, how's it going? Very, very simple. You see this 3 marker here. This marker is on an intercardinal for a reason. It's on an intercardinal for a reason, and that is because the Ifrit will require you to go to an intercardinal, and I don't want anybody to fuck it up. So you run to the nice blue marker. Yeah, don't greed Primal Ruler, you play like a bitch. If you don't play like a bitch in Primal Ruler, you are inting unless you're incredibly confident. We'll see what we get first, yeah? You just stay stacked, do some damage. By the way, anything longer than 60 seconds here, you hold. Okay? You hold anything longer than 60 seconds. The boss does this. It's just an animation. It looks cool, doesn't it? It's good animation, I think. So what's happening first? Do we know? That's a summon. There he is. There's Ifrit. That is Ifrit, right? Yeah. There. See, Ifrit has spawned. You know what that means? It means we're going to be running to 3. So you wait a moment. Eruptions appear. Sprint to 3. I think that Ifrit is the most timing intensive, and I would use my sprint for Ifrit personally. Do what you want, but I would recommend using sprint for Ifrit. And yeah, you can solo heal this. Like, you can get by if a healer dies. It is what it is. One thing to bear in mind: after every primal after every primal mechanic, 2 things happen. First of all, you're going to see here, you see a viscous aetherplasm? One of those happens during or after each mechanic. In Ifrit's case, it's right after the dodge. That is a stack damage, remember. It doesn't really hurt too hard, it just means that the group has to be stacked and that you have to re-mitigate for the super damage to come next. Okay? There's going to be a super damage after every set of mechanics. You can see Ifrit's come to the middle, and he's going to do his big boy here. Generally, you need top shields and 1 mitigation for each one, but you do what you want, right? So this one is a Sucker Soil Shake as well, fucking hell. Big stuff. Big stuff. I guess now is a good time, right? The reason I'm moving in is because I know the orders, right? The 3 potential orders are Ifrit, Garuda, Titan, which is what we're going to see here. Garuda, Ifrit, Titan, or Titan, Ifrit, Garuda. So because Ifrit was first, we know that Garuda is second. For Garuda is going to do an out then in dodge. It's very, very simple. But during the in dodge, there is another Aetherplasm, so you have to do the dodge together. So you just chill like around here, on the edge of the AoE. Wait for the AoE to go off. And then you rotate in. Aetherplasm goes off. Any second. I think it's already gone off now, right? Or it's about to, one or the other. I think it's already gone off. And then there's going to be big Garuda damage. One thing to bear in mind with Garuda. Garuda has an extra little thing to care about, which is that Garuda does a re at the end. So after Garuda's big raid damage, you stay and wait for the re. In this pattern, after the Garuda, when the re goes off, you always want to generally you always generally want to dodge back to where you initially were, aside from if you get Garuda, Ifrit, Titan, then you just dodge to the safe spot. I think you can always dodge back to north, though. So in this case, we've got Titan coming up next, right? So after the Re, we're going to dodge to north. That's the goal. So the Re's gone off. We are all going north, like gamers. Then Titan starts. It's literally just 3 weight of the lands. You literally just do right, left, right. There is a stat going off, I think, after the second one between the third. Yeah, it's gone off now, see? That was the stat going off during the dodges. Right, left, right, easy. And then there's another big boy hit. If you get to this point and you live through this raid damage and you didn't have 10 deaths, congratulations, you have killed Uwu. This was actually quite a Titan rage because it was a lot of people's first clear in this group. And they were... So here's what I said. When we got to Primal Ruler, I said, if you haven't cleared the fight, just do the mechanics and don't DPS through Primal Ruler. We'll still clear. So yeah, this I can put this at full speed. This is literally just enrage. This is all those 60 plus second cooldowns you held. You pop them all here with a potion. This is your second pot of Ultima phase. Hey, Stig, you know what we had to deal with. You know the yeah. we'll just say that our range was very salty about some plume things, and it followed on to some Ultima issues with swaps. I think I made the right call for this group. So yeah, literally just kill it. Oh no, it wasn't the ranged. I'm just not going to specify who it was. We both know the ranged was annoyed at somebody in the group, shall we say, because they had issues with some things. But yeah, that's Uwu. How much mitigation do you need for the roulettes? Yeah, top shields. I always say top shields and at least 1 mitigation. So if you're taking a scholar, I normally personally have soil, illu, soil. Right? Soil, illu, soil. And if the tanks are gamers and you've got warrior paladin, I don't do the soils and I have shaken fucking veil instead. if I like trust the tanks and it's paladin or warrior, I have them use shields instead. But yeah, you should have something in the region of like 4 or 5 forms of mitigation and you need 3 of them, right?